Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Forbes Flash. Thanks for joining us. In our new cover story featuring Kanye West, we take a look inside the billion-dollar Yeezy sneaker empire, which is the best bet in a generation to defeat Air Jordan. In 2009, Kanye West launched his Yeezy shoe line with Nike, and in 2013 left Nike for a new shoe deal with Adidas. Now, 10 years post-launch, West's Yeezy empire is expected to top $1.5 billion in 2019 and still growing. In comparison, Michael Jordan's Air Jordan line, which has been around for 34 years, does approximately $3 billion in annual sales. Majority of West's wealth comes from his sneakers. Forbes estimates his pre-tax income at $150 million over the past year. His team insists the number is even higher, partly due to apparel. When just 3 years ago, he claimed to be $53 million in debt just before canceling the end of a lucrative arena tour. Then he checked into a Los Angeles hospital for over a week with symptoms of sleep deprivation and temporary psychosis. Kanye West sees his diagnosis of bipolar disorder not as a hindrance, but as a superpower that unlocks his imagination. Kanye still owns 100% of Yeezy, a holding that made him a centimillionaire much earlier in life than other competitors, including Michael Jordan. In any case, it's the best stretch of his career, landing him the number 3 spot on our Celeb 100 list. Speaking of hashtag Celeb 100, this week we launched the 2019 list of the world's highest paid entertainers, and the minimum to make the cut is higher than it's ever been at $37.5 million. Of the 100 celebrities that made the list, 17 stars make their debut this year, and though they come from a wide range of the entertainment world, NFL players shine the brightest. The 5 newcomer athletes' earnings total $270.6 million. Also new to the list is South Korean supergroup BTS, who debuts at number 43, taking home $57 million in pre-tax income over the past year. The 7-member crew is the only K-pop act and boy band on this year's list. New billionaire alert. Twilio co-founder Jeff Lawson is now a new billionaire as the stock jumped 66% in 2019. Lawson, who co-founded cloud communication services firm Twilio and is still its CEO, is worth $1.2 billion, primarily due to his 5% stake in the company. Twilio enables software developers to program communication functions, for example, for Yelp to send restaurant reservation reminders and Uber riders to call their drivers. Lawson's fortune has more than doubled in the past 3 years as the popularity of mobile apps continue to rise. Twilio, which raised $150 million at a $1.2 billion valuation at its June 2016 IPO, is now worth over $19 billion as its share price shot up 66% in 2019 and 146% in the past 12 months. The original tech billionaire and populist politician H. Ross Perot passed away this week at the age of 89. He died in his home in Dallas after a battle with leukemia. Forbes estimates his net worth to be $4.1 billion. Americans know Perot best for his squeaky primetime TV talks during his 2 presidential runs in 1992 and 1996. Perot's grandest legacy, however, was in his instrumental role in evolving the information technology industry. Despite his short stature, Perot was a true giant, especially in his vision for how computers were set to transform the world. Talk about a power couple. Joe and Jill Biden released their tax returns from 2016 to 2018 this week, revealing that they made nearly twice as much in 2017 than the previous 19 years combined. The Bidens earned about $11.1 million in 2017, nearly double their total earnings from 1998 to 2016, which added up to $5.8 million, according to a Forbes analysis of tax returns. The couple brought in another $4.6 million last year. The bulk of the Bidens' big payday came from a book deal and speaking arrangements. Joe Biden routed his book and speaking payments through a company named Celtic Capri Corp, which took in $9.5 million in 2017 and $2.7 million in 2018. His memoir, Promise Me Dad, came out in November 2017 and has sold over 300,000 copies. On his financial disclosure report, Biden listed 30 book tour events, which paid him a total of $1.8 million, plus another 19 speaking engagements that provided $2.4 million. Jill Biden also made big money after her tenure as America's second lady. Her company, Giacoppa, took in about $560,000 in speaking engagement fees. The Bidens supplemented their income with additional gigs. In February 2017, 1 month after leaving the White House, Joe Biden took up a role as a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, a position that paid him $775,000 in 2017 and 2018. Biden has since been on an unpaid leave of absence since announcing his campaign. As Forbes reported in April, Biden's earned $3.1 million during the 8 years that Biden served as vice president, while the Obamas hauled in an estimated $10.8 million over the same period. Thanks for tuning in this week. Share your feedback using #ForbesFlash, and we'll see you next week.